այսպես Banadzevն է եթերում եւ իմ զրուցակիցը Պուլիցերյան եռակի մրցանակակիր հայտի ամերիկահայ լրագրող հրապարակախոս Steven Kyurkchyanն է. Thank you, Steven.
Wonderful to be
back.
back.
It's good to see you again. This is
great
fourth time that you are coming to Armenia.
Oh, thank you. This is fourth time.
And how's the impression from the last year? Because you are kind of meeting constantly with journalists and young journalists.
Yes. This is I had a phone conversation with back home, and I said real smiles on Armenian faces, not dour, not negative look. The faces show what happened here in April.
Were you watching?
I watched everyone.
Oh, seriously?
Oh, everyone was on Facebook. Everyone was watching the various HETEC, the various programs, unfortunately only in English for me, but we were captivated by what was happening. I know the Armenian spirit. I know what it can do. I know how strong we are. But to see those kids, to see those stay out there and demand that change was inspiring, and I think will define this country, Armenia, and Armenians in the diaspora for the next generation. I think we had a revolution here, and the revolution shows in our hearts as well as in our government.
Now we are in this state of honeymoon. I mean, the revolution is done, there is a new government. What should do media right now? Because the government is popular, the leader of the government is extremely huge. And even in Facebook, if there's some critical articles, the huge followers kind of attacking.
It's fine, it's fine. When we find out something that is not, if there's corruption, God forbid, or if there's whatever the decisions are, we write it. We cover it, write it, and let the public know. The media cannot be for one side or for another. They have to be focused on the people. And that's what our job is, to not expose, but to explain and to reveal what the policies of the new government are going to be and what effect they will have on this country that needs change. In so many places needs change.
For the recent year, there is a new type of articles that are becoming more and more popular. It's explanatory journalism.
Explanatory, yes.
For such as Vox.com or other media are kind of very keen to do that. Why it is popular now?
Well, I think particularly now, as I find it in the United States, is because you have to show the impact, the effect of a change in government, of a new policy. The Trump administration is making changes all over the place in the United States with immigration, with healthcare, with so many different environment. Those changes have real effects on the population. You might think he's just reversing a generation of progressive politics. That may be why he's doing it, but it's going to have changes for the people. And that's what our job is, to explain those changes so that people can say, listen, if he's the man who is going to lead us, we have to understand what his changes mean for our lives, for our families' lives, for our children's lives.
Last time we met, Obama was the president of the United States. Now it's Trump. And during a Trump era, and especially on Facebook, there is a global shift towards opinion. Articles don't matter. People follow opinions, which are not facts. And traditional media is catching up with Trump saying that he said 652 inaccuracies or something like that. How to deal with that? Because we are living in one of the worst time of journalists, that a lot of journalists feel that they are not wanted or the profession is not wanted in these days?
I can tell you from a history of being in as a reporter for more than 40 years, no one ever has opened up our arms to embrace you for what you publish. We publish often negative articles that are negative about a particular party or a particular politician. But again, our role is not to make the politician happy. Our role is to explain to the public what the change will mean for them going forward. And you know, Trump is a showman, first and foremost, a showman. And he does such extraordinary explosive things that draws people in, and it gets people upset and angry or proud that he's following what he said he was going to do. But each of those policy changes is going to have an effect. And, you know, that's the real job of journalists. Trump likes to stigmatize us, make us seem like we're prejudiced against him.
He's calling New York Times fake news.
Fake news. All it is critical news. He likes to say, I'm at war with the media. The media is at war with me. The editor of the Washington Post, who used to be the editor of the Globe, had a wonderful expression. We're not at war, we're at work. That's what we're doing. This is what we do. If we write critically, it's only because of the policy changes that are being made by you.
There is an unwritten rule that you can fight against media because media or journalists will always win. Trump doesn't know about that, or he does know, but still continue to keep keeping to.
Yeah, you know, I think in one way he says, let me just keep the economy going, keep it up. The stock market is soaring. His tax bill is getting corporations to hire more people. The unemployment is very low. When that's in his favor, that's in the president's favor, the president is looking good to the public. You know, American public, just like the Armenian public, they need to go to work to make money. Their great concern is not what's going on in Washington, it's what's going on inside their houses. That we're responsible individuals, we're going to work. So if my going to work brings me more money, I'm okay with the policy. I'm okay. But I do think the changes that he is making, so broad, so deep, particularly on immigration, on health care, on women's rights, are such deep changes in American tradition. They're calling into question our values of who we are as Americans. Are we negative? Are we angry? Are we defensive? And if that's the image we want the world to see of us, that's a different image than that we see. And it's sort of like the Armenians. The Armenians long ago decided to be generous, open, welcoming. And that's really, whether we're here in Armenia or in Los Angeles or in Boston, Massachusetts, when people know about the Armenians, they know how welcoming we are. I wonder if this new value system that Trump is bringing to America is going to change people's opinions of us, the world's opinion of us. I think that will have an effect. I think we don't want America, I don't want to have America or Americans be seen as outside. I want them to be seen as in the mainstream.
Because a lot of experts say that America now is reliving the era of isolationism.
Yes,
because America first,
right.
It means that we don't care much about what's going on in the world, especially in post-Soviet countries.
I think there'll be a toll from that, but I don't think it's going to be immediate. I think we'll have to hear and read about how the rest of the world feels about it. It's going on right now in Canada with the G7 summit, the summit of all the developing. No, these are the strongest countries economically. Trump is being seen as an outlier. The 6 are going to sign an agreement or a pledge, and it will say positive things about, it'll say important things about climate change.
Yes.
Trump is against climate change. So
he didn't sign Paris Agreement.
He didn't sign, but I think that's going to have an effect on us, you know, on us, on the Americans. And I don't think it's going to be embracing of Trump.
And let's talk about your future plans. We've thought that you are planning to come here again and spend a little longer time here.
Well, I have come since 2002. I came here and saw the press and how the press was beginning to get firmer footing and becoming more credible among the public, and I see it even more now. The reading, whether it's a newspaper, online, it doesn't matter. People are believing what the press is writing about or broadcasting. For myself personally, I want to learn more about my Armenian-ness. I want to learn the language. I know Amot, how little I know of the language. But I want to plumb down, you know, when you walk through Yerevan, anywhere in Yerevan, you look at those faces. I see my cousin's eyes. I see my beautiful cousin's hair. I see my great-grandfather's hands. And I say, they're part of me. I'm part of this. I want to connect with that. And I want to bring my children and I want to bring my grandchildren here to let them know what it means to be Armenian.
So it's going to be a big trip.
It will be an extended stay.
Wow. Do you feel comfortable in Yerevan, talking to people, eating in restaurants?
Oh. If I can just learn the language, and they will excuse my learning with engaging them. But I learned German, I learned French in high school. It's fine now. I'm older. I can have the time to concentrate on my Armenian.
Steven, thank you very much for your interview.
Thank you.
Thank you. Սիրելի հեռուստադիտողներ, ես հիշեցնեմ, որ մենք զրուցում էինք Պուլիցերյան եռակի մրցանակակիր լրագրող, հայտնի ամերիկահայ լրագրող Steven Kyurkchyan-ի հետ։ Մեր զրույցի առիթը նրա 4-րդ այցն էր Հայաստան։ Steven-ը պլանավորում է այս տարի ավելի մեծ կազմով իր ընտանիքով, երեխաներով ու թոռներով վերադառնալ նորից Երևան եւ ավելի երկար այստեղ մնալ եւ ուսումնասիրել իր, ինչպես ինքն է ասում, հայկականությունը։ Այսքանը ծրագրի այս հատվածում այժմ գովաստ, իսկ ահա այն թեմաները, որոնց մասին կզրուցեն իմ գործընկերները, արդեն թողարկման երկրորդ եզրափակիչ հատվածում։